A brand new service which we can be proud of is now available at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. Vascular or ABI screening. Who should get a vascular screening? Persons living with diabetes or persons who experience pain or burning sensation in their legs or toes, especially while they are resting. This is normally referred to as bad circulation. Book your vascular or ABI screening test today by calling the Maria Holder Diabetes Center 243-3937 to get more information and make an appointment. Board members get 10% off.
Today is the 6th of May, and as it is May I ask you a question? May I invite you to tune in to VOB 92.9 right now? Because if you are diabetic or pre-diabetic, you not may, but will want to listen to the next 15 eye-opening minutes with the compliments of the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program, the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, and Republic Bank, the power to make a difference. Good morning to Larry Mears and all the lovely people who are listening. This is Peter Boyce here, and this is all about the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, located in Warren St. Michael, just past Poismar, up there behind Maurice Gibson Polyclinic. You know where that is? You pass where the vendors selling sweet potatoes and think, by the way, you see how expensive sweet potatoes is these days? Cheese, dog, bread. Anyways, that is where you will find the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, providing every aspect of diabetic care that you can think of, and also studying the impact of diabetes on our population. Last week, we looked at the impact of diabetes on young adults, but this week, we are going to focus on schools. So again, we go to the UWI Head of Department of Clinical Sciences and Consultant Pediatrician at QEH and Clinical Manager of the Ian Woosnan Type 1 Diabetes Registry Project, Dr. Michelle Lashley, and we ask the question, how does diabetes impact on children and young adults who are in the school system?
Well, I think we have to recognize that diabetes, first of all, no matter whether you have type 1 or type 2, you still have to manage your blood sugars, no matter how you look at it. And once you are trying to manage your blood sugars, you have to do a blood sugar test. In other words, you have to have a little finger prick, or you have to use some device to which your diabetes can be managed or monitored. If you are in one of those children or persons who at school have to take insulin, which is an injectable form of medication, then that's an added layer to which happens. So there are two types of children who get big impact at schools. We have the younger child who cannot manage to do this care on their own and therefore needs the help of an adult to actually give injections or to take the little finger prick test for the glucose. These children don't understand the disease and its management, so they become difficult. They may be resistant to having it. And worse is that their parents have to spend a lot more time in the schools because we don't have a school nurse or community nurse who can go in to assist with these things in most of our public schools. A few private schools have school nurses, but obviously our population, most of our children are not going to these private schools. So the parents have to have a big responsibility to attend school during the day to make sure their child eats correctly and takes the medication, gets the testing. So for the younger child, that's a big burden on the parent. For the adolescents, they then struggle with the challenges in school of managing diabetes while navigating the whole social and emotional challenges of adolescence, which is, I want to fit in and I want to be the same as my other peers. So at adolescence, where because they struggle with this, they don't want their friends, or maybe not necessarily their close friends, but the persons in school to know that they're different. So these adolescents often have a big difficulty, even though they can manage their own health care by doing the care that they need, they often don't want to do it unless there's a safe place provided for them within the schools, a guidance counselor's office, a school teacher's desk, a place where they can go, maybe a sick bay, because they don't want the other children to know that they have diabetes or that they're different or that they have to do something different, because children are not kind to each other, unfortunately. And that peer pressure and the body image concerns and the stress associated with it does unmask a lot of other mental health challenges that adolescents in school with diabetes have. So it's a big concern, and this is where we have quite a lot of challenges managing our healthcare, particularly with adolescents. And yes, as healthcare providers, we can give you guidance and support, but we're not there with them during the day. And so part of the big role is to make sure that they have a safe space in school that they can perform these tasks and still remain keeping healthy as well. And of course, the challenge is having healthy food environments within the school. School meals may not be suitable for each child with diabetes within their dietary plan, and until the food nutrition policy comes into full effect, they also have the concerns about having certain snacks and drinks that are still maybe available for children, which they want to partake of when they are not under their parents' purview. So that's where the school aspect really has quite a bit of concerns, particularly related to persons who have to use medication during the school day.
Thank you, Dr. Lashley. Some serious points there raised about how diabetes impacts on children in the schools. Oh, you was listening? This insidious disease impacts on both children and adults. Sometimes with adults, you find that people also have high blood pressure. So we went to Miss Trudy Griffith, president of the Diabetes and Hypertension Association of Barbados, and we asked Trudy, how are diabetes and hypertension related?
Well, the thing about it is when we look at the mechanism which causes both diabetes and hypertension, in some respects they're different, in some respects they're the same. So you find that someone may be diagnosed with diabetes and develop hypertension, or they may have hypertension and develop diabetes. So really and truly, once you've been diagnosed with one, we monitor for the other as well, and we make sure that you are taking all the steps that you need to in order to manage your health. So that's critically important in terms of ensuring that every time you go to your physician to get checked or you have a scheduled appointment, you get your blood sugar measured and you get your blood pressure measured. Now, in Barbados, we also need to be aware that there are a number of persons who do not have diabetes and do not have hypertension, but they may have high cholesterol levels. So really and truly, everybody should be getting an annual health check with their doctor to make sure that everything is in order. And if you suspect that something is going wrong, do not ignore it. Go and get checked. It's amazing the number of persons who know that there's something wrong and they're afraid of the doctor. This is not the time to be afraid. This is not the time to stay home and say, well, I hope it gets better, or you think that you can will it away, because you will not be able to do that. It is better to know that something is wrong and do something about it than to ignore it and then end up in a position where we're struggling to get you back to a quality of life that is acceptable.
So Trudy, what is your contact information?
So if you want to reach us via telephone, you can call us at 228-3422, or if you don't remember that number, you can just simply remember it as 228-DHAB. You can also reach us on our mobile at 243-7327. And if you want to find us on the web, you can find us at www.dhabarbados.org, or you can find us on Facebook or Instagram at DHA Barbados.
As we continue on the Maria Holder Diabetes Show, you get your ice cream for diabetic retinopathy yet? We keep drilling it in your ears every Saturday. Get your ice cream, get your ice cream. Don't risk it and miss a year, and then next thing you know, your eyes in trouble and you can't see the signs. Make that appointment 243-3937. And if your feet want taken care of with any diabetic issues, we have a podiatrist waiting for you at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. So always look for signs that things are going wrong, just like what Trudy Griffith said earlier. Like if your feet are swollen and you think you might have bad circulation, a vascular service is what you should be booking. So call 243-3937 to get access to all of those services at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. Are you ready for today's item of the day?
I'm ready!
We take you back to 1992. The group is the Ace of Base, and the song is The Sign. And you know who helps you to see the sign? The Maria Holder Diabetes Center and sponsor Republic Bank. You'll see the sign. Compliments the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. You'll see the sign. How you like me? I like I can still hold a note.
I got a new
the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program today at 243 Eyes, 243-3937 to find out how you get your simple digital eye screening done. Book your vascular or ABI screening test today by calling the Maria Holder Diabetes Center 243-3937.
There will be a special entertainment event that will be happening on the 4th of November. Listen out for more details on that coming up soon on this show. We now welcome to the show a patient of the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, Miss Dacia Moore.
Thank you for having me. I have had diabetes for just about 8 years now. I got it when I was really young. I just say it impacted my life pretty big, especially going through school and stuff. It was quite difficult back then.
What did you learn from being a patient of the Maria Holder Diabetes Center?
I learned that diabetes, don't limit yourself. It is not the end of the world, and that you can do everything a quote-unquote normal person can do. And as long as you have a good support system, you'll be okay. I utilize the diabetes specialist nurse, the pediatrist, the nutritionist. There's also a psychologist there as well. And of course, the doctor. The staff there, everybody there is really nice, and they're supportive, and they help me through a lot of my problems. They taught me about calorie counting, learning how to balance my meal so that I can still enjoy the sweet things and everything else that, as I said, quote-unquote, normal people can enjoy. They help me not to be insecure about having diabetes. It's something that I have to live with, and to love myself, to be confident in everything I do.
The Maria Holder Diabetes Center, located in Warren St. Michael, with their diabetic eye screening program, offers a standard of service that equals or surpasses any you might receive internationally. So if you're a diabetic or pre-diabetic and listening to your radio right now, you need to make an appointment and get your eyes screened by calling 243-3937 to make that appointment. In addition, there's now a new vascular service that is the centerpiece of a national campaign that will highlight the discovery of early circulatory problems in the limbs and extremities of at-risk persons. So if you are having vascular or circulation problems, call and make an appointment at 417-5980 or 243-3937. The last 15 minutes you heard on VOB was brought to you with the compliments of the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program, the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, and Republic Bank. Until next time, take care of your eyes.
Did you know nearly 1 in 5 adults in Barbados have diabetes? Did you know diabetes is one of the leading causes of vision loss in the world? Regular eye screening can save your eyes. Contact the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program today at 243-3937 to find out how